What is up, gang? I'm out here with FSD 13.2.8. It seems like this one has been released to a lot of people really quick. So we're going to test it out here this Saturday and drive around the Las Vegas Strip and see how well it does. All right, I guess the first location we'll go to is the T-Mobile Arena. So all I have to do is press start once I have my destination, and we should proceed. I'm not feeling any movement. I'm not feeling the car do anything so far. We definitely had enough space to leave before that car, but it is taking off now, so I have not needed to do anything. We're down here at Lazy Dogs on the strip, which is where one of the Tesla superchargers is. Okay, we had a vehicle coming from the left. They had their right blinker on, but the car correctly paused for a second to make sure they were turning right. Interesting. So we pulled into a straight lane here. We do need to turn left. And then now it is pulling over to the left. So it would have been a little bit smoother there to get straight into the left lane. It is picking the shorter lane though, which I do love. So this is my hardware 4 Model Y that's on version 13. I also have a hardware 3 Model Y that's currently on version 12.6.4, and that version's performing really well as well. So if you do have a hardware 3 Model Y, you can check out my videos on those version 12 releases. Okay, we have a slow vehicle ahead of us, so the car is making the decision to go around them. It is a shopping cart vehicle. We're getting ready to pass Mandalay Bay and the Luxor on the left. It's a pretty busy day down here on the strip. Okay, we've got a left turn coming up ahead after this intersection of Tropicana. So I love that the car went ahead and got into this leftmost lane right away so that we don't have to fight traffic up ahead. Okay, the car taking advantage of this crazy traffic and pushing through on that. That'll be a controversial intersection for sure, but I do believe it did the right decision. Traffic is extremely backed up. Everybody takes advantage of getting through those at the last minute. We also did have a car to our right blocking the lane, so would not have caused any conflicts going through that intersection. Okay, we need to watch out for pedestrians here. There's two waiting there at the crosswalk. The car probably should have stopped there, but they weren't gesturing that they were going to move forward. I'll go ahead and end this route since we are here at the T-Mobile Arena, and we'll set our next destination. Take me to the Sphere. Okay, quickly getting out of this right turn lane and correctly getting into the straight lane. That was perfect. That was handled really well, actually. I'm really surprised at how quickly it took that navigation and then fixed itself. Okay, really good three-way stop. This is a large intersection, and as soon as it was becoming our turn, as soon as the last person before us was turning, our vehicle started to slowly proceed. So I like that. That's very human behavior. And we do need to get over to the right here in front of this car to our right, and the car handles that perfectly. Awesome. Yeah, that was really smooth. Okay, this is a no turn on red. I might have to disengage here. We will see. Got my foot over the brake just in case. So far it's not going. There might be enough traffic that it would wait anyways until we do get the green. But I believe I've had it experienced it turn right on red here before. So we'll just keep an eye out on things. We aren't inching forward, which is a good sign. Okay, I'm gonna pull my foot back. I think we're good. I don't believe it's gonna go right on red here. So if that is true, this might be an area that was fixed. Yeah, the fact, so we have these vehicles turning left here. The fact that we are not proceeding forward or creeping forward shows that this is adhering to this no turn on red. So this area is 100% fixed, at least during this instance of driving through it. I'll have to keep testing this out. I'll keep doing this route and see if it slips up at all, or if it just continues to adhere to that no turn on red. But if that's the case, that's awesome. That's really cool. So we're on Sinatra Avenue right now, which goes behind all the casinos on the strip. And we do, up ahead, you'll see we do have a blinking yellow emergency vehicle light. It's before the car has stuttered a few times here. We'll see if it just proceeds normally without braking. This is just for, this light is only blinks yellow. All right, perfect. Did not brake at all, just went at consistent speed. We only need to do any kind of different behavior for that light if it does turn red, which means there are some police or fire vehicles pulling out. See, we got a white Cybertruck on the left. I'm loving the look of the white Cybertruck wraps. Those are nice. All right, up ahead you can see we do need to get into this right turn lane, which we're doing immediately. It was backed up due to traffic, so that was perfect. Asserted itself right here instead of waiting and potentially getting blocked out. Just past a Rivian on the right. We have a yield here, but I believe it goes into its own lane, so no need to stop at all. Just need a yield for pedestrians. And then we'll have another right coming up. So we'll see if we stay in this lane or try to pass for slow traffic. It's close enough that I would hope that we just stay in this lane. Okay, that's not the correct lane. That's a right turn only before our turn. So we did put our indicator on a little early, but the car itself behaved perfectly for finding this right turn lane. So the lane selection so far on these most recent versions has been amazing. You can see we immediately got over to the left after that turn. Got a cool wrap on this Cybertruck in front of us. Here we are crossing Las Vegas Boulevard, right in front of the Palazzo in the wind. And we're going to be heading through this curve up to the Sphere. Okay, here we've got a straight lane, which is the lane we're in, and it kind of widens here and turns into a right turn only lane. It seemed we kind of centered ourselves in this big lane, and we don't need to be in it since we are going straight through this light. Hopefully we stay in the center lane because we usually have a lane closure for this rightmost lane up ahead. So we'll see, we're getting over into the right lane. If it is closed, we will have to merge back to the left. Let's see, it looks like it is. So we'll need to get behind this SUV, which I love that it did. We have a big enough gap behind us, and we weren't kind of rushing and causing them to change any behavior. So perfectly handled that lane closure. we need to merge with these vehicles coming out so that we can turn right here. We need to watch out for this pedestrian. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the trip here, and we'll put in our new destination, see how well it handles getting us out of here. Take me to the pepper mill. Take me to the pepper mill. I delayed that instruction a little bit too long. Okay, cool. Looks like it's got us routed correctly. We will make a right, go through the Sphere parking lot, and then be on our way. Okay, we've got a traffic controller here stopping us. Shouldn't be any issues. He's standing in our lane. Keep my foot over the brake just in case. And then we should proceed. Perfect. Did not need to intervene at all. And car handled it perfectly. Obviously, if he weren't a traffic controller and just a human standing in front of us, that would have stopped as well. I did notice we used to stop there at that stop sign, so that might be something that's improved as well. I have been marking that in my other Hardware 3 vehicle. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll bring my Hardware 3 back out here on the next update, or soon if we don't get an update soon, and we'll test that to see if that's a difference between version 13 and 12, or if that's a map data thing. Okay, we've got a right turn here at this stop sign. Looks like we won't be able to squeeze through. Hopefully this car in front of us goes. There we go. And then it's pretty much clear we can go now if we proceed. We did have enough time in front of those pedestrians, but if it were 1 second later, we would have needed to stop for them. All three of these lanes turn left here. The car decided to choose the center lane. I like that. It's not as long. Ensure that we get through the light. We've got a 3-lane left turn here, which is always interesting. It's really well marked and not an issue for the car at all. So we do have a right turn coming up ahead. We do need to get over one more lane to make that right turn. And it looks like the car is signaling to the right for that reason. So this is one of the few times where I'm at a light in a straight lane with the turn indicator on that I agree with this behavior. I think this is correct. Let everybody know behind us our intent so that hopefully the person to our right can see that and let us in. Okay, so we're matching the speed of this vehicle to the right, and then after this intersection should merge perfectly. And the car correctly knows not to pass these vehicles as we're waiting behind them to turn right. So that entire scenario was handled perfectly. Okay, we're doing a good job not getting into that right turn lane and proceeding straight here. And then we will have a right turn up ahead to pull into the restaurant. Our right turn indicator is a little early because that's not our turn, we are the next one. So we could have confused that van. All right, we've got a car coming our way. Let's see. First off, there might not be a parking spot here. Oh, there's one right there. But we'll see if the car pulls in the front to drop us off, or if it decides to park. Looks like we have a vehicle in front of us loading up. And so the car is changing the wheel, looking like it's thinking about going around this vehicle. But it does need to watch out for them in case they walk back to the right to get in. If we're quick enough, I believe we can do it. But now it's like going, then hesitating. I think it's going to do it. And let's see if we just park here or if we continue. We should go around. It might do like it did last time and just pull up into management parking, which looks like it's overestimating my status at this location. I really want to see how it ends this trip on its own. So we'll see. I think it's going to just pull forward and park here. Now it's saying object and path detected. That went away. So it looks like we're in a little bit of a stalemate there. Now the car's reversing. And I think it's going to try to find a parking spot on its own. Wow. Okay. Really impressed with that. And then it just stops here. So not impressed with that. Take me to Topgolf. So we're in a really awkward parked situation here. So I'll just go ahead and set our next destination and we'll head out. I was really impressed that the car started backing out from that awkward position in front of the restaurant entrance. You can see we do have some parking spots here. But then, yeah, it just kind of bailed on it. So a little unfortunate. Did not need to. Wow, that was impressive. We had traffic coming from the left. Plenty of time as long as we made that decision to commit right when it did. And then crossed all these lanes on the strip to make this U-turn right here. So anyways, parking at destinations isn't 100% yet. It's still very kind of hit or miss. Both versions of FSD version 13 as well as version 12, both will attempt to park at destinations. It's just kind of hit or miss. Obviously, version 13 has reverse capabilities, which helps it. And sometimes it'll even reverse into a parking spot. But most of the time I feel like it does pull in forward. Version 12, obviously, if it does attempt to park, it only pulls forward. And like I said, that's hit or miss. It's really not a complete feature yet. We're just seeing the early stages of them not completely limiting that and letting AI kind of figure things out in the parking lots on these versions. Okay, really smooth U-turn there. Really good decision to brake there. I don't believe we would have made that intersection before the red. You saw one car did run it to our left. But yeah, I felt really comfortable with the car doing the braking there on that yellow, as opposed to the one earlier where we did I think we barely made it into the intersection at Tropicana when traffic was backed up and everybody's kind of just fully going through each green light. I think the car did the right thing in pushing through, especially since we did have some cars to our right that were doing the same. Okay, we're heading back towards the sphere again. You can see here. This time, instead of going straight, we're going to be making a right before it. So we'll see what this vehicle does again here on this lane that widens. Looks like it's keeping to the left again. That might be due to our lead car up ahead. I'm not sure. But we do need to get over to the right. So this is the instance where it should start favoring the right side of this lane. Perfect. We do have a green arrow here. We caught it just as it was going yellow. Perfectly handled, did not confuse the car at all. The car did not freak out during that yellow. This light will be close probably. Let's see. Oh, no, it stayed green. Interestingly, choosing to pass vehicles on the left here. As you can see, the net's up ahead. That's Topgolf. That's our destination on the right. So we will have to merge over again. And in this case, did benefit us quite a bit. We have a lot of cars that we were able to pass to get through this intersection, and then merging over right after, as a lot of them were turning right. So very impressive. Was able to save time there, not get us stuck behind vehicles. And now we can see how this car does arriving here at Topgolf if we're going to park or find a parking spot. It looks like it's just going to throw us right here at the entrance. Hopefully we don't shut it down. Hopefully we move to the left, continue to the parking lot. We'll find out. It's clear now if it wants to go. It looks like it's just going to park us here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take over, and we'll find a parking spot and wrap this up. This is our last destination for this video. 0 interventions or disengagements. The only one is really to find a parking spot here, but I did arrive at this location without any issues. Yeah, I mean, super impressed with version 13.2.8. Let's see, I'll pick a parking spot while we're wrapping this up. Yeah, if we can get destination parking, I mean, we're getting to the point where these versions are intervention free. You don't really need to do anything. You just need to keep an eye out, watch out for things, obviously, for the rare edge cases that something happens, a car doesn't handle it well. But as you see, we've driven an hour on the Las Vegas Strip during busy daytime Saturday, and no issues at all. Literally no issues. So yeah, really impressed. We'll have to kind of test out some of these same routes and times of day on my version or my hardware 3 Model Y, and we'll see how well it compares to these version 13 updates that we're getting. But I think, I mean, version 13.2.8 is perfect so far. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on any aspects of this drive in the comments below. And I'll talk to you soon.